Every once in a while I'll bring up somebody, and I don't know if it's just because Arnie likes to date around Halloween, but he reminds me every Halloween that it's also Reformation Day, and we talk about Martin Luther because something occurred in Martin Luther. We're not Lutherans, but something occurred in Martin Luther's life that was profound that we all can learn from. When Martin Luther went into ministry, he went into ministry as a monk. He lived 10 years in a monastery, would not try to rise up above being a simple monk. He, for 10 years, the Catholic way, for 10 years, prayed, fasted, was so sold out for God, and so really understanding that there's a difference between flesh and spirit. And it's not all Catholics, but some Catholics, especially in history, to show that they wanted their flesh to be subjected under God, they will punish themselves. They will beat their backs, and they will until they bleed, and so on. So Martin Luther was one of these guys. He would physically punish himself every time he felt like there was anything in his life that was even close to sin. He would beat his flesh, and he would hurt himself. He'd punish himself physically. But later in life, he admitted he never found peace until he understood justification. His quote, "I was a monk without reproach, yet my conscience was never at peace." Every physical thing that he could do, he did. He removed himself from the world. He dedicated his life for over 10 years to just studying God's Word and applying God's Word. Not just, but applying God's Word. In any way that he could, he would serve other people. He dedicated himself to prayer. He dedicated himself to absolutely disciplining himself away from all things that were flesh, and then he would punish himself if anything fleshly would come up. Everything possible by his willpower he did, and he realized he still fell short. And everybody will, no matter who they are, not just Martin Luther. But something occurred to him, and he realized something, and it's from Romans. It was like a light bulb went off in his light one day when he made this realization, and that's we talk about him to this day, because he realized that righteousness was not something any man or woman could attain, even aware of righteousness by the law. Not possible. And God never challenged any one of us to do that.